Are you planning to automate admission process for your education institute or university? Do you want to reduce cycle of admission process? Do you want to go paperless for admission process? So today I am going to share some of the best practices associated with centralized admission system. So stay tuned. Admission process is one of the key touch points for any education institute or university. If you are able to manage your admission process in a professional manner, then that will improve brand image associated with your education institution. There are a lot of resources involved while managing overall admission process. And if you are able to use technology to go paperless for admission process, then that will definitely help you to reduce cost and reduce complexity associated with overall admission process. Now let us consider or let us try to understand what is centralized admission process. So there are two cases. If you are autonomous education institution and if your students are trying to apply for your education courses, then student may want to apply for multiple courses. So they might have preference, like first preference will be for say BTech, second preference might be for say BA, BCom or BSc or any other courses. So instead of filling multiple admission forms, you can make it centralized admission process where student can enter their preferences. Or another case would be if you are university or autonomous institution where multiple other education institutes are working under your control, then students might want to apply for multiple courses of multiple colleges. So in that case, there can be facility where student can enter their options or preference associated with their courses, and based on their preferences, centralized admission system can allocate the courses as per the merit, rank of the student and reservation criteria. So today I am going to explain some of the key features of ePravesh platform, which includes many best practices which has been adopted by many autonomous education institutions or universities across India. Now let us try to understand what are the key entities associated with centralized admission process. So here are some of the key entities. First key entity is student, another entity will be university, third entity will be college, fourth entity will be admission committee who is going to control overall admission process, and fifth entity can be technology or configuration associated with admission process. So let us try to understand first key entity, that is student or parent. So while taking online admission, students should have various facilities, like students should be able to create a profile on the online platform, or students should be able to fill the online admission form. Along with the application form filling, there should be facility to upload key admission documents like mark sheets or certificates or even category certificates or any other credentials related to sports quota or defense quota, or any relevant document should be uploaded on the system, so that your admission process can be entirely truly paperless. And of course there should be facility to manage grievances associated with the student. So while filling admission form, if student faces any kind of difficulty or if student has grievance related to merit list or any admission process cycle, then you should have a grievance mechanism where any query associated with student or parent should be managed in a quick time. So overall, if student is able to fill the online admission form using desktop or mobile phone or any tablet, and apart from that, there should be facility to make on form fee payment online using various mechanisms like credit card, debit card or net banking. Apart from that, from those features, there should be facility to make the fee payment associated with the admission. Once your admission is confirmed, then student or parent should be able to make the form fee or overall course fee as well using online system. So now let us try to understand overall workflow associated with online admission process. So first step would be where student will visit the website or using mobile phone or desktop. Student can create the individual profile on the website. Student can fill the online application form on the website. Then after filling the application form, there will be facility to upload the documents. So after the document upload, student can make the form fee payment using various mechanism of online payments. So after student application is submitted, system can generate the merit list of the students based on various criteria or algorithms. So in order to generate merit list, there you can have a key configuration within your software system. You can define the quota table associated with the admission process. So consider a scenario where you are managing university and you have 10 educational institutions affiliated to you and you want to define the quota table associated with that. Let us consider that Institute A has 60 seats and you can manage the reservation process, or you can define the quota table with number of seats associated with particular category or particular gender or particular region that you can define, and based on that definition you can easily generate a merit list associated with the student. And based on the merit list, once your merit list is published, student will be able to get the admission allocation using centralized admission process. So centralized admission process will work in a way where there will be defined algorithm in such a way that whatever preferences that have been defined by the student during admission form filling process, those will be taken into consideration and that will be matched against the quota table associated with the particular education institution or particular stream. And if there is an availability of the seat for the particular student, then that seat will be allocated to the student in a programmatic manner. So after allocation of particular seat to the student or parent will be communicated about that admission confirmation over email as well as using SMS mechanism. So after email or SMS communication, student will be provided certain timeline or certain window to confirm their admission with the particular education institution or particular college, and a student can make the form fee or fee payment associated with that particular course using online payment mechanism. So in that case there is an additional mechanism of scrutiny associated with actual admission process or verification of documents related to student. So as soon as the verification of the documents is confirmed by the education institution, admission of the student can be confirmed. So as a centralized admission software system, each education institute or university can define their own criteria. They can define the rules associated with admission confirmation, admission cancellation or admission refusal. So if any particular student want to cancel the admission, then there should be simplified mechanism where as soon as student is able to cancel the admission, refund process should be initiated and entire amount or whatever amount that has to be redeposited to the student, that should be directly deposited within a particular student or parents bank account. So that will definitely help you to improve overall efficiency along with the satisfaction associated with the admission process. So each education institute or university has different criteria or different algorithms where after a certain number of days you can refund say 90% of the admission fee or 80% of the admission fees. All those rules can be easily defined using software system. So there are various advantages associated with centralized admission system using technology. At any given point of time, you will be able to get the statistics of total number of applicants who are currently applying for your education institute, total number of students who have kept admission form in an incomplete mode, or total number of students who have not uploaded the admission documents yet. Or if you would like to have a ratio of male-female applicants, then that also you can easily get. If you would like to have a region-wise analysis, like from X number of state A, there are certain number of students applying, and from state B, there are certain number of students applying. Or if you would like to have a city-wide analysis, like from particular city, there are more number of admission applicants coming. From other city B, there are less number of applicants coming. Based on that, you can easily define your marketing or promotional strategy to attract more number of students. So if your admission cycle runs for say 2 weeks or 3 weeks, so as soon as your admission cycle starts, system will start providing you various analytics reports that will be very helpful to understand current admission status or total number of admissions confirmed or total number of admissions cancelled so far, and what is overall progress associated with admission process. Is there any need of change in strategy required to fulfill overall admission process for particular institute, or if there are less number of admissions happening for particular course or particular college, then you can analyze what can be the reason associated with that. So overall statistics or overall analytics associated with admission data can be easily managed, or it can be easily available on the online dashboard that you can easily access using your website. So in case of centralized admission system provided by ePravesh, we have provided various logins to various entities like university registrar or college administrator, or even there is a specific login for admission committee, as well as there is a login for or role associated with the students. Each entity can see the admission statistics or admission information associated with their region or with their scope. So if you consider university registrar will be interested in looking at the overall high level picture associated with admission process, total number of admission confirmed or total number of cancelled admission associated with particular course or stream. And as a registrar, you can easily download various reports associated with the admission process. So we have been working with many autonomous education institutions or large universities where we are managing centralized admission process. So it has been converted in a complete paperless manner. They are able to save their cost. So in case of traditional admission process, if say 10 or 20 number of people involved in the overall management of admission process, but as soon as you are able to shift it to online admission process or centralized admission process, there is hardly any need of any intervention, manual intervention required to manage overall admission process, and all the reports that are required by the government or to manage overall admission process, or if you would like to know the status of the admission process, everything is available on just a single click of a button. So if you would like to have a demo of our award winning online admission system, or if you would like to understand best practices associated with centralized admission system, we are more than happy to schedule a demo for you.